Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Figs are like one of the most nutritious and delicious type of trees you can grow in your garden. They're also very easy to propagate. So from one single branch you can grow into a full tree, and then from that trees you can actually cut more cuttings and give it away, or just clone a bunch more for yourself. So I just got these cuttings from a contest that I won. So today I'm going to show you my way of propagating figs. There's hundreds of other ways that you can propagate figs, and you can find it all on YouTube. But this is the way that I do it, and I've had probably 100% success. So last year, Paula gave me a fig cutting around probably this size here, and then I propagated it the same method I'm going to show you, and then now it's grown into a pretty big, tree. And this tree actually put out 2 fruits already. Very surprising for a little tree. So they're very hardy. So depending on where you live, you can always find a specific variety that would fit your area. So anyway, let's go ahead and begin the propagation process, and I'm gonna keep it very simple. So what I use is a cup of water, and I already filled it in with water just to cut down filming time. And these are cuttings that I just received, and of course you need to label them. You're just gonna drop it in there, and make sure the buds are pointing up and not down. That's the only thing you need to look for. And then say for this type of cutting, you see how the buds are down there? Those are going to be pulled off anyway, because once they rooted, you're going to put that in the ground, and this would be submerged in the soil. So you really don't need that, but it really doesn't matter. I'm just going to drop it in there. And what I'm trying to do is I'm going to get the figs to calloused up, and it's going to start these little calluses and bumps. And after that, we're going to put it in soil. So it's very simple. Just put it like that in water, and put it by a bright window, or you can put it under grow light, which I'm gonna do because right now it's winter time, it's very cold. So I'm gonna put it under my grow light and allow it to sit there for maybe a month or two. Sometimes it does take that long to root. So that's what we're gonna do. You can also put it directly in soil, like the 2 extra ones that I have here. I just got these, so they're the same variety, the Ron de Bordeaux. So I'm just gonna put that there, and I'm gonna leave this outside because those are extra. I don't really care if I lose those 2 because I have so many, and the big tree is the same variety. So that's the reason why I did that. I might just give the cuttings to other people once they root it. Okay, welcome back. It has been exactly 5 weeks now since we placed the cuttings in water, and I left this inside my grow tent in the garage, and it was very, very cold. We had a few freezing days in Texas. I mean, everything was frozen outside, solid ice. But inside the garage, it was above freezing, but I mean, not very, very warm for these to sprout fast. But even then, we have roots that have sprouted. Look at this, guys. You see that? So I really didn't want these guys to root. I just wanted to keep it alive until I can put it into soil. But when you put this in water with proper lighting, they will root, and it may just take a few weeks. So here are the roots, so we can transplant this one today. And then I had these 2 that had roots also, and then when I was moving it around, I damaged the root, and it fell into the cup. I think there's some roots in there, you see? Yeah, there's a few roots floating in there, and that's because I was moving this and it rubbed against each other and it broke. But this is basically what I wanted. You see how the callus is right here? That's all I wanted. I wanted to keep it alive through the cold months, and then once it gets warm, that's when I'm going to plant it. So I didn't care that it's not gonna root, but it will root in water. So anyway, today we are going to put it into soil and grow this. And again, there's so many ways to propagate figs, guys. You can do it in like a wrap it up in wet paper towel and just leave it somewhere. That's nice and bright, and they will sprout roots. Or you can just put the cutting in water like we did, or you can just plant it directly into soil. And if you keep the soil moist and the weather is nice, they will root. So here we are going to just place the fig cutting in here and cover it up. And remember, the cutting just came out of water, so you're gonna have to water it a little bit more than you would if you're just planting the tree itself. So I'm gonna give it a little bit more water. I want the water to be slightly wet, and then after 2 weeks, then I can go back to being normal water, because then it would already be established in there. Okay, so apply water. There you go. You see how the soil is pretty wet, and you want that, because if the roots dry out, then the roots, then you have to maybe start over. They're not going to die right away if the roots dried out. You could potentially save it, but let's just prevent that from happening, and just give it a nice amount of water. The soil is kind of wet, and that's it. And in 2 weeks, it'll be back to normal, and it will start growing, because now we are in springtime. There's no more freezes. So yeah, that is how I propagate my figs. And again, there's just so many ways of doing it. This is just my lazy way of keeping it alive throughout winter, and then just grow it in the spring. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.